Greetings once again, my fellow modelers. I hope you're having a great weekend, and I'd like to share a special model kit with you today. I'd like to welcome you to another model-related video. Now, I've shown you I've shown you models of the Titanic in the past, all kinds and all scales, ranging all the way up to the 1/200 scale version from Trumpeter. Well, today I'm going to show you something special, as if I really never saw it before. Now, we're talking about the Revell Monogram R.M.S. Titanic, and this is in 1/570 scale. Now, there's nothing really that's out of the ordinary about that model kit, but what I want to show you today is one that I never ever seen before. And check this out. It actually comes with all these tools. Looks like the glue. We got the snips. It looks like a square in there. I'm not sure what that is. We've got paint. We've got tweezers. And I've never seen this version. I just thought it was so cool. And as a lover of Titanic and Titanic models, I just had to get it. And I figured you guys would be interested in seeing it as well. It shows you what the kit contains. Titanic, famous ocean liner of the epic disaster. This contains an unassembled plastic model kit featuring realistic surface detail, detailed deck structures, lifeboats, flag sheets, display stand with nameplate. Has decals, pictorial instruction sheet, tube of cement, plastic vise, that'll be handy, decal tweezers, a file, sprue cutters, 6 paint pots, and the brush. Warning, contains products that may be harmful if misused. Colors may vary from those shown. You can see the stuff that's coming with the kit. So that's a vise. That's awesome. I've never seen that before. As I said, this kit is pretty common. If you want to purchase the Revell 1/570 scale R.M.S. Titanic model kit. And matter of fact, the one that I like to do videos related to Titanic memorabilia, and the model that I created actually is the 1/570 scale Revell version. Looking at the box, you can see it's got the open window in the front to show you everything. Let's look at the sides of the box. Revell Monogram, famous ocean liner of the epic disaster. Titanic. 1/570 scale. Skill level of 3. And there's the other end. Oh, there's something different on the other side of the box. We've got the Revell Monogram, Titanic, 1/570 scale. Easy snap kits, not requiring any glue or paint. Simple kits up to approximately 30 parts to glue with paint. And this is the one that we have right here, skill level 3, more demanding models with up to 100 parts. Level 4, 150 parts or more, and a level 5 is over 150 parts in a high level of skill. So let's show you the ends of the box. And pretty basic. Got that lovely, lovely illustration, just like what's on the cover. Let's see if the other end of the box is the same. Yep. All right. Let's show you guys the back of the box now. Again, this is really exciting. I love this kit. When I seen it, I was looking, I'm like, oh, wow, all those two, I had never seen that before. And I tried doing a search, and I haven't seen one at all. So I figured, you know what, this is going to be a good one to show to you guys. And this is exactly like the one that I have. And I'll show you the one that what it'll look like when it's finished in a moment. Again, this is skill level 3. Realistic surface detail. I had already read that to you. And you can see all the stuff, the warnings. The cement's flammable, skin irritant. And it's got the different languages. The time, late evening, April 14th, 1912. The place, somewhere in the cold, dark waters off the North Atlantic east of Halifax. The world's largest ocean-going vessel and pride of the White Star Line, the Titanic, was on a maiden voyage from Southampton to New York. This most luxurious liner, considered unsinkable at the time, measured 270 meters in length and 28 meters in width, with a maximum speed of 24 knots. The sea was like a mill pond, making it difficult to spot icebergs. As the great ship steamed ahead at 22 knots, suddenly the bow of the mighty Titanic struck an iceberg, tearing a 92-meter gash beneath the waterline of the starboard side. The damage immediately flooded the first 6 compartments between bulkheads. At 2:18 a.m. on April 15, 1912, less than 3 hours after striking the iceberg, the Titanic sank to her doom in one of the world's most epic disasters. Of the 2,224 persons aboard, only 711 were saved. It's got the same thing in a different language. And you can see the website information, Revell Monogram. And this is 1998. Wow, is this kit that old? 1998. Wow. You can see some finished pictures of the model, the bow. It looks like the grand staircase, the smokestack. And of course we have this lovely shot. You can see the compass tower in black. And you can see the stern, the rear wheel deck. All right. You know, I had planned to open it up and show you guys, but now that I saw the date, I'm not sure. We gotta take a look inside of this. It's old. I didn't realize it was from 1998, but let's take it over to the model desk and we're gonna take a look on what's inside this pretty cool kit. Okay, so we brought it over to the modeling desk. There's gonna be a lot more light here. I wanted to show you what this kit looks like when it's all set. I'll show you one that I had made. I have made videos related to the R.M.S. Titanic, and I actually like to have like a small reference model when I show my Titanic artifacts. You can see the Titanic. Let's see the bow. I ended up putting the rigging, and I ended up putting on the rigging to hold these smokestacks in place. And I ended up making the White Star flag because I don't think the kit that I had came with that. You can see the United States and the little British flag. But that's right, when I had done this kit, it didn't have the decals. So I actually had to write the name Titanic on the side of the ship, on the bow, on both sides. You can see the Marconi lines. And the deck, the compass tower, the grand staircase, the forward grand staircase. You can see the aft grand staircase. And I actually put lights in it and I could light it up. So let's go ahead and show you guys. Let me put the lights off. It might be easier for you guys to see. You got the beautiful Titanic lit up like she was on April 14th, that fateful night. And I wanted to light the smokestacks too. So I put the lights in for the smokestacks. You can see the very lovely lady. And I have bigger versions of the kit. I have the 1/400 scale. I've got the Technics, the one with sound and lights. I've got the Trumpeter 1/200 scale. But when it comes to making the videos, I like to do a little background of the artifacts that I show you, and I figured a small model like this was perfect to put into the shots. So that's why I had done her in this scale. So, like I said, this video isn't so much on this model. I just wanted to show you what this kit would look like finished. So let's turn off the lights and put her to the side for the moment. And looking at this kit, you see an absolutely gorgeous picture and the tools and everything. This is just awesome. I've never seen this before. So let's go ahead and try to, we're going to open it up. Take the cover off and still leave the plastic on. Yeah. You can see it's kind of a flip open kind of box. I'm going to bring the camera back even more. Look at that. This is so cool. Again, I had never seen this before. So let's start looking at the things that we get. We'll start by looking at, we get a file. Nice. And we get the tree, the clipper to get them off the tree, the parts. And let's see. We've got contact glue, the Revell version. And we've got tweezers, specifically for the decals. This will come in handy. And let's see, we got a brush. And let's see, a vise. This is cool. I had never seen this before. And it'll hold parts for you. So I'm thinking you put it in the position you want, and the little lock pin on the bottom. You push it in, and I'm guessing it locks to put, yep. You push it in and it locks in place. And to release, you just push it back out. The vise, that is so cool. I've never seen anything like that. And what else we have in here? We have the paint. It looks like we got gray. We've got the brown. We've got the white. We've got the black, yellow, and the red. Now, I didn't realize this kit was so old. This is from 1998, so the paint has probably seen its better days. Is that everything? Yep, and everything goes in this tray. And it pushes in like that. Tweezers were here. And the file. I just want to show you guys everything. And that goes in like that. So that's how everything came. A little set. Love it. It's so cool. And I've seen the model kits from Revell and some of the other kits where they've come with, like the Airfix has paint and a brush, maybe even glue. But I've never seen one with the file, the tweezers, the vise, the clippers, and everything presented in a set like this. Like I said, when I had first seen this, it was just, I had never seen one like that before, and I just wanted to get it to be able to show you guys. because I love showing you different models of the Titanic. Okay, the rest is pretty basic. Let's take a look at the instructions. Actually, this could be the decal sheet. Pretty basic. We have the British flag. You've got the American flag. And we've got the White Star flag. And I don't know if the camera is going to be able to make out the words Titanic. And let's see, Titanic out of Liverpool. So we got the tiny decal sheet. And we got the instructions. R.M.S. Titanic. Assembly drawings should be reviewed before proceeding with construction. A number identifies each plastic part for your convenience. Paint small parts on a runner before removing. Allow paint to dry thoroughly before continuing assembly of the kit. Scrape chrome or paint at area to be glued. Wash plastic in mild detergent solution. Rinse and let air dry better before applying paint and decals. And you can see the different keys that it'll show you. And we have a color scheme or a paint guide. We got white, black, yellow, dark red, matte gray, silver, copper, gold, tan, brown, and matte dark gray. Okay, the first step is we put together the hull, and then we put the deck, the well deck at the bow, and the well deck at the stern on. You can see the different colors that you're to paint those decks. And then we start adding all the little goodies. You can see the aft wheel deck, and we've got the cranes, the wheel. We've got the vents, and at the bow you have the anchor crane, and we've got two more cranes. The air vent. Let's see, step 3. We start working on the midship. You can see the deck in the back. More air vents and 2 more cranes are going to go on. Step 4 is the superstructure. Well, I think that's the boat deck, actually. Yeah, you can see the lifeboats, the compass platform, and is that the grand staircase top? I'm not sure. And then you can see all the air vents. And looks like that could be the Marconi antenna line, the base for it, the grand staircase, forward grand staircase ceiling. You can see 2 of the lifeboats. I think those are the collapsible ones. And more air vents. And let's see, we're putting the midship deck in, and it looks like one of the decks going on is going to support the smokestack. You can see the bridge. Speaking of the smokestack, step 8, we have the formation of all the smokestacks and glued into place. Step 9, you can see we're putting on the propellers, the rudder, the propeller housings, and the masts, the rat lines. She's starting to take shape. Now we move on to that base, that iconic Revell kind of trophy-like base. That's why I had put mine in gold, because I thought it looked really good. And the one that I had, the base was actually in like a brown walnut kind of finish. I mean, it was still plastic, but it was the color of like walnut. So I had put this gold to go with the brown. And it actually gives you the rigging, which is nice. The instructions on how to do the rigging if you want, and the addition of the decals. There's not a lot of decals. Shows you the Marconi lines and where it's going to go. The pictures on the box, they did not finish the Marconi lines. It was just the model. And if you're going to do the model, at least I had wanted to do the Marconi lines and all the rigging. Again, the brown, and I thought it looked good in gold. And I was able to slide the battery pack into that base. That way there, if I want to switch out the batteries, I can. And when it comes to the rigging, you can see the Marconi lines. And I had wanted to do the rigging for the smokestacks. It's kind of, it goes from looking like a toy without the rigging to actually looking like a model with the rigging. That's why it was really no big deal. I drilled out the sides and I ran the thread underneath and hot glued them all into place in order to make the rigging. So I thought that came out pretty good. And that's the model kit. All right, looking at the model kit itself, I can go ahead and let me open it up for you guys. Let's see. All right, first thing you got is this beautiful hull. And you guys that love Revell as I do may notice that a lot of the Titanic models, they come in halves. And you got to put them together. Let's look at the port side. And again, especially for 1998, this has got a lot of detail on it. Very nice. You can see the bilge keel. The promenade decks. You can see the doors. Propeller housings all the way to the stern. Very nice detail. And the starboard side. Looking at the doors, the promenade deck. We got the bilge keel. The aft well deck. And to the stern. And these parts go together relatively well. You can see the little knobs that go into the little wells. You got one forward and you got one aft. And the little pins that go into place. Throughout the hull. So it goes together relatively easily. And then you can just put a little bit of filler and sand it out. It'll be nice and smooth, and you never even know it was in two parts. It's a little bit of flash right there. But for the most part, the hull is crisp, clean, no flash. Okay, so that's the hull. Let's see. The next tree has the base. It's stuck with the other one. That's weird. It actually looks like it's connected. I guess coming off of the mold, this was one piece. All right, you can see R.M.S. Titanic. And you've got that rope that's going around the name. And this base is molded in white. The one that I had gotten was molded in brown. Like I said, like a walnut finish, and I thought it looked pretty nice. So that's what I would do with this one. I would just put it brown and make it look like the bottom of like a trophy. And I like the gold. And you can see we've got the two collapsible lifeboats right next to the crane anchor that goes all the way at the bow. And we can see the propellers, triple screw ship, steamship. The one in the middle was turbine. It's got the 4 blades. And the one on either side were reciprocating engines. And you can see it's got the 3 blades. And then we've got the midship deck. You can see where the grand staircase, the ceiling for the grand staircase. You can see the plank lines. Again, for 1998 and for a 1/570 scale model, this is very detailed, very nice. It's going to paint up nice. All right, what else we got? It looks like we got the stern, the bow. Yeah, look at all that. You can see the deck planks, the chains. Yeah, this is very well detailed. I don't get too close to the camera. You can see this, the cargo hatches, where the cranes are going to be mounted. The bollards. Very nice. And you can see the, I'm not sure if that's the forward grand staircase ceiling. I think that's the forward one. You can see where the smokestack is going to go. And we have some small intricate parts. That's what the Marconi line, I think, is going to go onto the pipe. And you can see some more of the, I'm not sure what those are. Just some small parts. I think the flag is going to go on that at the aft. Very nicely molded. All right. This one looks like we have the lifeboats. Yeah, you can see the line of lifeboats. And you can see the masts. And we have the propeller housings, the propeller shaft housings. And we have the smokestack, so we have one anyway. You may or may not know that 3 of the smokestacks were actually used, were functional. The 4th one was kind of a dummy smokestack. It was put on for like status and used for ventilation. You can see all of the cranes. Of course, there are 2 in the front, and there are 6 in the back. You can see one of the tops that goes on the smokestack, and over here, you guys can see we got the compass tower, or compass platform. And let's see, lastly, this part has the vents. You can see the little vents. The round ones, as well as the square ones, or rectangular shaped ones. You can see the bridge and where the wheelhouse is going to go. And we have another part of the decking. I think that's for the aft end. You can see where the cranes will go, but I'm not sure. And we have the other 3 smokestacks. Now look at the, I hope the camera picks up the detail on the smokestacks. We got the top of the smokestack. We got more vents. And it looks like the wheel platform in the back. The aft end. Yep. And you can see the wheel right there. And more vents. And the smokestacks. Now on the bottom part, we have the promenade deck. This is the decking that's going to go with a base of it midship. You can see the wood planks, and that's the promenade deck. Very nice. And that's all the trees that come in this kit. Again, I didn't realize that it was that old, from 1998. This one I had gotten from Canada, and I had tried to do a search and I never quite found the same one again. So I was happy to show you guys this because this is a rare treat, like a special edition. Well, this one comes with all these goodies. Really, you don't have to get anything else. If you wanted to do the kit with everything that's in the box, it would come out looking great. You got the vise, with things you can glue into place and clamp together, like the hull, and the smokestacks. And you got the paint, and the paint that you may need different colors. You can always mix these to get the color you need. We got a file down the pieces once they come off the tree. You've got the paintbrush, so you can paint. You've got the clips or the snippers to take everything off the sprues and clean them up. We've got the glue to put everything together, and we've even got the tweezers to put on the decals after we paint the model. And you could even use the paintbrush to apply the decal setting solution. So, like I said, when I had seen this, I wanted to show you guys this because this is so cool. And again, I had finished this model kit to do as a background for my Titanic related artifacts. And this is what that model would look like finished. Of course, many of you do a better job than I've done, but let me show you for the most part, it looks like the same exact molding. Very nice. Again, I had chosen to light mine. I think it looked better. I don't want to go through all that trouble with the rigging and everything, and I just wanted to kind of make it look special. So let me show you guys again how pretty cool that looks. I'll get it dark for you. And I apologize for my chair making all these noises. It's like, picture one of the old accounting offices, those chairs that swivel and rock, and they make all kinds of noise. You can see the beautiful Titanic. And this is, again, in 1/570 scale. And again, this one didn't come with decals, so I had to make my own. From the White Star logo flag, the United States flag, all the way down to the stern, where I made the little British flag. And again, I wanted to light the smokestacks. I followed this tradition again. I had done the same thing with the model of the SS United States. And I have some artifacts from that ship that I'm going to be doing videos on, and I wanted to use that as a backdrop. Plus, I'm going to be doing an interesting little comparison for you guys. The SS United States, which is the United States version of the famous ocean liner, and England's R.M.S. Titanic, their version of the most famous ocean liner. And I'm going to do a comparison. I actually got the idea for that from the United States Conservancy. So I'll be using both those models, and we'll do a comparison. So watch for that video coming up. But I had just wanted to show you this video in this awesome kit. And that's everything that's in this kit. Again, when I had seen this kit, I thought it was so cool. I just had to show you guys. So my friends, I thank you for watching. and I'll show you another video very, very soon. Have a great weekend.